KJF-TravelAdventures, and I'm on another solo trip. I have a few hours to spend exploring Pittsburgh, so let's go see what we can get into. Primanti Brothers is a famous Pittsburgh institution that puts everything on your sandwich, including your side of French fries. Monongahela Incline. It's like a 5-minute funicular. It's like the oldest operating. I'll look up the facts and show and read them to you when I get back to my hotel. But at the top of this is ice cream. So we're gonna get some dessert. Let's go. So surprised, the ice cream place only took cash, but thankfully I had a $5 bill in my wallet, so I was able to get a cone. It was delicious, and now we're looking at the sights a little bit, and we're gonna head back down the funicular, and then that'll be it for tonight. And then I have a couple hours tomorrow after some work to do something else fun. The Monongahela Incline was built in 1870 and has been in nearly continuous use for a century and a half. It was the first passenger funicular railway built in the U.S. It was originally built to transport workers up and down Coal Hill, which was otherwise almost inaccessible from the city proper. Coal Hill is now known as Mount Washington. While the inclines are definitely a tourist attraction, they're still actively used by commuters who live on the top of Mount Washington to get up and down into the city for work. So the Monongahela Incline funicular train was super cool. It's really used by commuters often. So people who live up on the top of, I think it's called Mount Washington, use that funicular to get down. And then at the bottom station is right by the light rail stop. There's a bunch of bus stops. So people do use it as a commuting feature, but there are a lot of tourists on it too. But the views from the city at the top were spectacular. It was totally worth it. It was $275 for like a 3-hour. That's the cost of a 3-hour like unlimited sort of ride on the Pittsburgh Public Transit. So that covered the up and down a couple times, and then my transfer from the public transit I took to get to the incline. So it was really fun. And it is the next day. I've got a few hours between things before I fly home, and we're gonna head to the zoo. So let's go. Japanese Lantern Festival that runs select evenings. It's all lit up and stuff, but all the decorations and stuff are out now, and they are amazing. That's one of the stops that will take you around if you don't want to or can't walk the whole length of the zoo. Incredible. I'm not even here at night for the special event. They're just like out for the day, and it's so cool. It makes the zoo even cooler to look at. Like, how ridiculously cool is that? So the elephants were in their indoor sort of care center enclosure because the zookeepers are working on their outdoor habitat, and they were cleaning up, and then they were putting some food out, so I anticipate they're going to be out shortly, but it was still cool to be able to see them. And I still can't get over these lanterns. Like, look at this. These are so cool, and I kind of wish I was here at night to see it all lit up. Got some bedhead. Look at that hair. How adorable was that baby gorilla? Like newborn, they said it's only a month old or so. The park has a autism friendly certification, so they have signs at some of the places that are louder or more enclosed for like a headphone warning, and then they have quiet places throughout the park that are a little less crowded where it's not so overwhelming. Hello, guy. There's also an aquarium at the zoo. So we finished most of the zoo part, I think. I'm still a little confused on the layout. And we're heading to the aquarium.
The zoo had water bottle refill stations by every restroom.
I've said it like 3 times already, but these lanterns are incredible. I can't imagine what it's like at night. Look at these. They're huge. It's so cool. Baby sea lion. Look at that baby sea lion. Oh my god. Play area for kids. I'm filming the 2 slides that are closed so I don't get kids in it, but decent area to run around. I was really hoping he was going to slide down that waterfall, but that was still pretty cool. Don't worry, there's an accessible path if you don't want to take that canopy walk to get around it. Speaking of accessibility, so far everything has been a paved or pretty even path with ramps or elevators, so pretty easy to negotiate if you had a mobility aid. It is a very large zoo slash aquarium. There's a lot of walking, but they do have that tram that goes around, and there was a tram that I saw that had a handicap, a wheelchair car that you could roll right up into. Hey bud. He's basking in the glory of being the only animal on the path of the petting zoo. Everyone's stopping and petting him. Kids' play area through there, but again, very busy. So, not going to film it, but another cool kids' play area. All right, so some final thoughts on the Pittsburgh Zoo and Aquarium. It's incredible. It was way bigger than I thought. They do variable pricing, so it was $20 when I went. It was a weekday. It wasn't very crowded. I want to go back for the lantern thing. The lantern festival. I don't know if it's a seasonal event or reoccurring, but it looks, even in the daytime, they looked really cool. So there was a ton to see in the zoo. There's also a little aquarium. There is a bus stop for the Pittsburgh public transit. That's like a 5-minute walk from the front of the zoo. I took an Uber to the zoo, and then I took the bus back because the timing worked out. The public transit's been very reliable. Again, I'll say this in every video where we talk about public transit. The CityMapper app is incredible. It works in so many places around the world that have public transit where you say, I'm here, I want to go here, and it tells you what line to get on or color depending on the transit system, when the next one is coming, how many stops it is. It reminds you when one's coming up. It was incredible. It's helped me get around here. But Pittsburgh's pretty cool. I didn't have a ton of time to explore, but definitely if you're coming and you have an afternoon or a couple hours to kill, I would highly recommend the zoo. It was fantastic. The dinner at Primanti Bros last night was really good. That's like they're famous for putting like everything's in the sandwich. So like, I don't know if you can tell, there were French fries in my pastrami sandwich. It was really good. And the Monongahela Incline is really cool. So there's a lot of fun things to do. But if you've got a few hours, in just a few hours, I would highly recommend the zoo. So I'm Kirby from KJF-TravelAdventures. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you get notified when all of our new videos drop. Bye.